Alrighty, hello guys. This is a new type of stream today. We're live for a tsunami. In fact, for today's stream. We are gonna set up things real quick and then we will be ready. Guys, this is a new type of stream. Hello. 1 second. I'm just gonna get things set up real quick and then we'll be ready. This is a new type of stream. I don't know much about tsunamis and earthquakes, but we're gonna be trying here. Make this stream great. You're near San Francisco? Oh wow, that's not good. Yeah, there's tsunami advisories now in effect for San Francisco. Yeah, advisories. It's not gonna look like it's gonna be insane there, but there's definitely gonna be impacts. I'll talk about that in a second. We are just getting this stream ready real quick. Alright, guys. We're getting ready here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Alrighty. Okay. So today's stream we're gonna be talking about tsunami. Big time tsunami impacts. Alright. So my live stream is not really set up here too much for tsunamis because I don't really know much softwares that really impact tsunamis. But the first thing I wanted to talk about in today's stream real quick. Number one. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, I will answer them. But we're talking about this today. So we've already got an update from the Hawaii EM Emergency Association with the first wave update to arrive at 7 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. This is urgent action to be taken to protect life and property. Hourly updates will be posted. So 7:10 p.m. for those in Hawaii, as that is quite far away. I'd say about 4 hours from now or so. But that is for the state of Hawaii, and I was really zoomed in there. Second, guys. So if we look at Hawaii here, we've already got tsunami warnings issued for Hawaii. The main part of Hawaii is under tsunami issues currently in effect. This is a very dangerous situation for portions of Hawaii areas. This is an 8.8 magnitude earthquake, guys. The 6th strongest earthquake on record, well, tied for it. Absolutely crazy, like crazy. Now, once this issued, well, yeah. So if we look at California, see this little orange thing? That does mean tsunami advisories in effect all across the coast. of of portions of Alaska into the coast of California. So from Los Angeles to San Francisco, California, Washington, Oregon, all across the coast could see significant impacts from this tsunami threat. If they're not 100% going to impact California, but it's possible. And this will not really impact like in ways of a monster tsunami. If you're far enough inland, it probably won't impact you. There'll be more updates soon, but I don't know if that means you need to leave because I don't know how close you are to the shore. If you're straight on the shore, if you're literally like right next to the ocean, then yeah, because there's potential for dangerous there could definitely be the waves will surge. In some bases, it could be impacted, but we really don't know the details of this yet. And by the time it impacts those areas, it'll be way from now, like a long time, hours and hours and hours till it impacts those areas. And it's going to be a lot further away from where this earthquake impacted, this 8.8 magnitude. It's very far away across the entire coast to reach there. So we're really just watching and paying attention to this very closely here, but I think it wouldn't be as much impacts by the time it reaches that area. Yeah, tsunami sirens are now blasting across Hawaii after warnings were issued. So thousands are now evacuating to higher ground as waves between 3 to 12 feet above tide level are possible. You're 45 minutes to like an hour. Yeah, you're perfectly fine. You're far. If you're inland at least, then you're gonna be fine probably. 8.8 magnitude. This is insane. The biggest quake in 14 years, guys, and one of the biggest ever. This is very favorable for a damaging tsunami, and there was a tsunami already observed in the Kamchatka Peninsula, and vertical displacement of seafloor. Now, we've already got tsunami warnings in effect here across portions of Hawaii already. I'm trying to maneuver this since there's not really much softwares that really work very well for tsunamis, but we've got tsunami warnings in effect for portions of Hawaii, tsunami advisories all across the coast of California, Alaska, and the British Columbia regions, and tsunami warnings in the red across portions of the coast of Alaska regions, all under that. Okay, you're completely in. Sorry about that. My parents was talking to me. Let's look at this real quick. One second, guys. So we look at the potential timing for the West Coast. I'm not 100% sure if this is fully accurate, but it's from the Weather Channel. So areas like San Francisco would get impacted at around 12:40 a.m. Pacific time. It's 9 o'clock for me, so I'm guessing that's about 7 o'clock right now. So that'd be like 5 to 6 hours from now. 12:40 a.m. for San Francisco would be the tsunami start time, and Seaside, Oregon, seeing 11:55 p.m. Monterey, California, seeing 12:15 a.m. Los Angeles, seeing 1:05 a.m. and Oceanside, California, seeing 1:15 a.m. Now, this is not fully accurate. It might not happen at that exact time. It just kind of gets you an idea for that. Waves are now moving inland in Japan following this earthquake too. If we look at this post real quick, we've got some waves rolling into those regions in portions of Japan areas right now. It's a bunch of Japanese letters, but you can see there's tsunami warnings in effect, and we've got waves rolling in and impacting some of those town areas and buildings there in portions of Japan regions, which is definitely concerning. See there. But look at weather-wise, they don't really have tsunami warnings or watches with their software, but they have little special weather statements with this. And it's just got the tsunami advisory now in effect. And it says for people in the advisory area, the tsunami is capable of producing strong currents that may be hazardous to swimmers, boats, and coastal structures is expected. If you're located in the coastal area, just move out of the beach and out of harbors and marinas, and do not go to coast to watch the tsunami. Forecast tsunami start times: Monterey, California, saying 12:15 a.m. and San Francisco at 12:40 a.m. on July 30th here. Tsunamis often arise as a series of waves or surges, which could be dangerous for many hours after the first wave arrival. And the first tsunami wave or surge may not be the highest in the series. And now the forecast peak height will just be less than 1 feet across both areas. It's not going to be insanely crazy waves or anything. It's just to get off if you're near the ocean. If you're far inland, it's fine, and especially in the San Francisco Bay Area. It includes this whole area, but there's no way it's going to push this far into areas like Oakland and San Francisco. This would just mean that just stay off the beach in marinas and stuff because it could impact those regions. And that ranges all the way up through portions of Oregon, all the way down to Los Angeles under that too. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I expected this, not many viewers from a live stream about tsunamis. I would think that maybe would be a ton of viewers, but my streams aren't really meant for tsunamis. And I don't live stream really about tsunamis once very often, but we'll see. Yo, hello, Western Ohio weather. Thanks for tuning in the stream. So yeah, tsunami advisories in effect all the way across British Columbia into portions of California, Southern California, and then tsunami warnings in the state of Hawaii. And also, we do have tsunami warnings across the coast of that little line edge thing that goes across portions of Alaska. And Japan is also under tsunami warnings too. So, tsunami warnings in effect for portions of Hawaii currently. Yeah, it is definitely not good. Wow, there's a look at this new update. There's people trying to get to higher ground and look at the traffic across portions of Hawaii, man. Those roads are filled with heavy traffic there in Honolulu. Yep, tsunami waves were rolling through some regions. It's a magnitude 8.8 earthquake, guys. One of the biggest earthquakes on record, actually, and the biggest one since 2011, I'm pretty sure. Definitely a dangerous earthquake in these regions. So watch this, guys. Tsunami sirens are wailing in Japan. Wow. Dude, that is scary. That is a scary siren that's meant to be scary for a reason, guys. Oof. Huge earthquake, guys. Tied for the 6th largest earthquake on record since the record started in 1900s. Tsunami watches for coastal California, Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia regions. Biggest worldwide earthquake since 2011. Tsunami warning for Hawaii and part of the Aleutian Peninsula, which is, I guess, this big stretch going through portions of Alaska. I probably said that way wrong, so don't judge me for that. Whoa. Another video of sirens going off in Japan. It is bright as day out there. That's a weird sound. But they're really, really ready there. Let's look at this. Strongest earthquakes ever recorded was the peak. The biggest one was a 9.5 magnitude in Chile. Second one was one in Alaska. Third is one in Japan, and Indonesia, Russia. So this one's tied for 6th place with 2 other ones. So it's tied for the 6th. Tied for the 5th. Tied for the 6th strongest earthquake ever. Tied with Chile and Ecuador in 1960 and 1906 as an 8.8 magnitude earthquake. Absolutely absurd earthquake, guys, in Russia. Right. All right, now the update is that for all Hawaii Islands, the all hazards siren is going to sound. Hawaii is in a tsunami warning with first wave impacts at 7:10 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. I don't know how much of an hour difference. Let's check real quick. Hawaii time. So it's 4:14. So that's in about literally 7:10. That's exactly 3 hours from now. So in about 3 hours is when this hurricane's gonna first, or not hurricane, sorry, tsunami's gonna first impact Hawaii. There's a new question. Feel free to ask. All right, the first confirmed wave was reported in Hokkaido, Japan, here with a 1.3 feet earthquake or wave. Okay, it's looking like. Sorry, I do not understand Japanese, so I'm just gonna turn off that audio real quick. I can't, but alright, there we go. So this is a video showing tsunami waves now entering areas in Japan. As you can see, that rock wall, we've got waves already surpassing that as they're moving into what looks like an inlet or some kind of harbor area. You said, yeah. Yep, that's what it says. I already mentioned that for San Francisco, Los Angeles. She'll be fine though, because as long as she's inland, it's probably just going to mostly impact areas and marinas. And for that one, the Hawaii one's a lot more dangerous, but they'll definitely have people move to high ground if they're like on the coast. But wow, 8.8 magnitude earthquake. Guys, look at this. No, National Weather Service Grand Forks. There is no. Someone apparently people are searching up. Where's the hurricane? Is a tsunami for Fargo? Apparently, people are searching that up. Tsunami for North Dakota. Why would people be searching that up? Then the Twitter account replied saying the National Weather Service in Grand Forks replied saying there's no threat for tsunami impacts. If you are in a coastal impact, check tsunami.gov. That this is a pretty serious topic, but wow, it was just I wanted to show that because that was a little funny. Sorry, there's not a ton for me to talk about. I don't have much softwares for tsunamis. All right, so tsunami advisories in effect for the coast of California, all the way up towards British Columbia and Alaska regions, and the peninsula coast of Alaska areas. Currently, also tsunami impacts with warnings. So that's the advisories, but tsunami warnings in effect for that peninsula in Alaska, and tsunami warnings for Hawaii, with impacts for Hawaii starting at 7:10 p.m. Hawaii time because it's 4 p.m. there. Guys, do you have any questions? Feel free to ask. I'll probably be live for about 15 more minutes, but I won't be live by the time the hurricane actually impacts because it'll be really late at night. All right. We go back on weather-wise real quick. We do have tsunami advisories in effect across San Francisco all the way down to Santa Barbara, Long Beach, Santa Monica areas near Los Angeles, where tsunami impacts could impact Los Angeles around 1:05 in the morning and 12:40 a.m. in San Francisco, and then tsunami advisories in effect across Eureka, California, all the way up to Florence, Coos Bay in Oregon and Estonia, and then more of the coast of Washington areas under this threat too. Now, this threat does not include Seattle, but areas to the north of Seattle. Alright. So, areas of Hawaii all under tsunami warnings currently, especially for Honolulu, all of these towns. It's really, really dangerous here, especially with areas needing to get to higher ground, especially big impacts if you're on an island here, especially for Kuala Kona, Kauai, Hilo areas, Hawaiian beaches, Lahaina, Kahului, and Maui, and Kakio. I don't know how to spell this stuff. Wailea areas too, under all these beach resorts. Then areas like Lihu, Port Allen, and Waimea areas, and Puai. All in portions of Hawaii areas. As the Hawaii impacts are set to start with the first waves in about a little under 3 hours. I'm surprised. There's a lot of people's streams with so many views, and mine are not getting much. See why though. Guys, you have any questions? Feel free to ask. Good thing people are heading to higher ground there in Hawaii, but a lot of traffic jams occurring. Tsunami waves as high as 12 feet are expected to begin impacting the Hawaiian island as early as 7:10 p.m. Expected arrival time for Kodiak, Alaska is 12:10 a.m. Eastern Time. Southeast Alaska, 12:45 to 1:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Hawaii, 1:15 a.m. Wait, no, 7:10 p.m. With a lot of these regions. There's 1:15 a.m. Eastern Time, but if we looked at the actual time it is, then it'd be 7:10 p.m. Hawaii time. For Washington State and Oregon, it's looking like between 12:35 and 12:35 and 12:55. 12:50 a.m. Eastern Time for San Francisco Bay Area, and 1:40 a.m. in Southern Coastline, Southern California. People are now evacuating Maui areas in Hawaii. Alright, guys, we're probably going to leave the stream now. I'm sorry, there's not much to talk about besides how dangerous this is going to be. That doesn't mean it's not going to be bad. This is the only website I really know how to use for this, but really, really dangerous here. This could be really, really significant and dangerous in Hawaii. Really, really watch that. 7:10 p.m. in about less than 3 hours for Hawaii. So get to higher ground immediately in portions of Hawaii. There's a ton of traffic, but just try your best to get to higher ground and really stay safe in those areas. Because if you are on the coast, you're not going to survive. Seriously, could be really, really dangerous here for Hawaii. Tsunami warnings are in effect, and the time is ticking. Uh, Definitely pretty crazy. 8.7 magnitude earthquake, absolutely insane. One of the biggest earthquakes on record. And then tsunami advisories in effect across the whole west coast in the portions of British Columbia and Canada regions. Definitely be well aware for that. We're looking like 12:40 a.m. in San Francisco, 1 a.m. ish in 1:05 a.m. ish in Los Angeles and Monterey area. So definitely will be prepared for that. Not looking as significant on the west coast, but if you're on the beach, then you got to get out of there 100% if you're in the coastal regions. For the peninsula areas of Alaska, tsunami warnings in effect. Same thing with Japan and Russia. Be prepared, stay safe. This is really dangerous and not looking good. Have a great day, everyone. Seriously, stay safe out there. Thanks for tuning in the stream, everybody.